Hello, this is Troy with the Noble Grafted In Middle Position. Noble because we're going back to the prophets to see what is going on in the New Testament. Peter points us to the day of the Lord, and he points us to the new heavens and new earth. We don't have to get any further than Isaiah chapter 2 to get this understanding. This is talking about the new heavens and the new earth, about the house of the Lord, the mountain of the Lord, how he's up over the hills, and that the nations will be under his jurisdiction. The law will come from Zion, the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He'll judge between the nations, and there'll be no more wars. Now here, on the same page, Isaiah chapter 2, same chapter, for you have rejected your people, the house of Jacob, because they are full of things from the east, and of fortune tellers like the Philistines, and they strike hands with the children of foreigners. Their land is filled with silver and gold, and there is no end to their treasures. Their land is filled with horses, and there is no end to their chariots. Their land is filled with idols. They bow down to the work of their hands and what their own fingers have made. So man is humbled, each one brought low. Do not forgive them. Enter into the rock, hide in the dust, from before the terror of the Lord, from the splendor of his majesty. The haughty looks of man shall be brought low, and the lofty pride of men shall be humbled, for the Lord alone will be exalted in that day. This is a very important verse, actually. For the Lord alone will be exalted in that day. Once again, it says that in verse 17, and the Lord alone will be exalted in that day. And when we start talking about people running into the caves and the rocks, that takes you to Revelation chapter 6, verses 12 through 17, where the wrath of God begins. The day of the Lord actually begins. We know in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3, it says, the man of sin steps into the temple and exalts himself in that day. Here we have the Lord alone is exalted. So when the Antichrist steps into the throne and exalts himself, it cannot be the day of the Lord's wrath, because the Lord alone is exalted on that day. This is a major problem for the dispensational any moment, like a thief position. But you can see 2 Peter is pointing us to the new heavens and the new earth, described right here in Isaiah chapter 2, and the day of the Lord, described right here in chapter 2, which is pretty cool. So once you start seeing the narrative about these, then it's easier for you to see what's being taught in the contrast by Peter.